Well, spring is here. Going to take a look at my trench that I dug November 23 and see how life is already starting to cover up the trench on its own. I have not planted anything, and I can already see a multitude of vegetation growing around on both sides of it. I'm going to walk, even though it's kind of bad lighting, and see what can be seen along. So bear with me, there is wind, a slight wind. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. And I can hear quail in the distance. But other than that, not too bad for just digging it and letting it finally get some rain. Last year, June had a good 0.62 inches of rain out here, and then November there was a 3.3 inches of rain that rained out here. So it had those two good soakings, and I think there was two minor ones, like maybe 3/10 of an inch. Not too much. Last year total, the rain gauges and weather app showed an average of 15 inches in different spots out here. Even in the trench itself I dug, it is growing in and filling in. I'm debating on coming in and allowing some of it, or smoothing out some of this with shovel, or just let it naturally grow on its own. Either case, there's some areas, like I believe it was this spot right in here, right across here. I might make it where it's a basin, same depth since it's right at the cleach layer, and then let this be like a spot for wildlife to have a drinking spot. Even a cactus took root right down here. Good thing I saw that before kicking it. That might hurt. Tumbleweeds are all in here though. All the wind trapped them. So, of course, right next to it, right here, bloat bush that mesquite or quail have brought in over time. I did one day in this spot drag across the mesquite that one of the landscape companies and tree removal services had brought. The main reason why I did that is where they placed it right about there across the road over there. They dropped it right in the driveway over there, so I drug it out here and piled it up on here. So a lot of the other wood piles and stuff all throughout there, I might start covering up this as well. That and some of the tree wood chips. Almost said tree shavings. Which, about the same, I guess. But yeah, different vegetation all growing out throughout the thing. Jeez! That kind of hurt. Rock and roll. Oh, that's more of that orange flower sage. Or maybe it's that yellow one actually. Right there. So, all kinds of life sprouting up along this ridge. Like I said, I didn't plant any of it. No seed was thrown except just moved around, disturbed. And like I said, November 2023 is whenever I dug this trench to divert water mainly from the driveway itself. So even some of the paint plants, shrubs. I can't even talk right now. Other than that, I just wish I had more time to actually work on this more rather than what little time I do get out here. Wouldn't mind anybody coming out helping too. That'd be nice. Main reason I get all this excess water that comes along here is all the companies that are building right here on the north end of my property. But yeah, looks like I might. Well, it filled up pretty good with just the small little hill I got. Can't really see it too well except for the rock that diverts it there. I may grade it up maybe another inch in thickness. The reason why, yes, you see a county road here. It's actually a private road now, the county, because me living in the greenhouse and my friend living in the orange house. Other than that, the neighbors over there, they don't come here. And then the neighbor that was living in this trailer has it up for sale, but she lives in Odessa with her son, so she's never out here. And the trailer that's on the other side of her, the guy lives in a house down the highway about half a mile from here. So anyway, I'm going to walk up here to the end of the property. As you see, this big hill here keeps water from going in the property that way, and there's a pit for the cliche that they keep pulling out for all their projects because they're earth mover company. They make foundations for oil fields and all that kind of stuff. Company right there, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but the one that's behind this, can't really see it from here now till I get right there. As you can see right there, that's a glass ops here in Gaines County. But yeah, all them, they got cliche pad, all that, cleared out all the vegetation. So all that water hits here, comes down this hill, and it used to hit there in my road and start going that way. And that way and flood that whole road and the 3/10 of a mile up to the next county road up there. So that's mainly why I did that. And the mesquite over the last 10 years are getting it pretty good, and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully next July all debt's paid off. I can actually focus and spend more money on renting equipment to move like these piles that they've done, more or less over on that end. This one I may leave as is, but all the others create habitats and piles like that along contour to maybe gather up more water in it, and then create beds for trees to plant into, and then like pockets like this right here where it's got a few mesquites, make a trench and make a small basin around all them to capture water in those little pockets and expand it. But yeah, my property starts right up here, and with this neighbor, she does have, well, it looks like the market's down too, but she's got this 12 acres for sale for $180,000, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, right there's my north corner. Somebody's shooting. But yeah, there's nice and flat. So all the water is coming down this way, hitting here, and then flowing along here. And I'm even tempted to kind of dig this out more, where I kind of knocked out a spot where maintainers used to maintain this, but this spot right here, I made a, as you can tell, a small detour to filter into the land right there. As you can tell, gave these mesquites more water, and over the years have kind of grown. So plus all the water still goes right to the telephone pole right there, where that ditch kind of ends and goes over there anyway. Plus most of the water kind of gradients along that way too. So who knows, I may make another trench to kind of weave and make a two fork down there. It's kind of interesting how this land is. But for now, I am done on this video. See you next time.